Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Lance.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 50 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
97. Ready?
Young off the play fake. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Let's go now.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here is Young. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
On play action, Young. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. He's on his way.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
This
Back.
Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. He couldn't escape the pressure, and they go backwards in a big way there on the sack. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Quick, yellow.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Yellow, go. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. And that one is incomplete. Concludes quarter number 1. 21-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Slide through. Ready, ready.
Throwing now is Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, about that.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Come on, set.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Young will set to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Let's go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They've got his man complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's Javon Kinlaw busting through, and he sticks him behind the line.
Let's go now. Set.
2nd down, Young. To Chenault on the slant. And this will move the chains again, as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And room there to work it inside the 25. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, 38. Hut.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Set. Hut.
3rd and short yardage, Young. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
Throwing, Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
20.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Young to throw it.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Young on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
On the option right is Lance.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
To throw, it's Lance.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Check pink. Striker.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Young.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Come on, set. Go red.
Slot man moves right.
Strike. Check.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 36. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, ready. Ready.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Ready. Blaster, sing. Hey.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big pickup at 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready.
Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Hut.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Short throw underneath to Hurst, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Got it. On the ball. Hut.
Going for it with Sanders. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Here we go.
Young on 1st down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Here we go.
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Down. Ready.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Lance to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 52 yards. And the 49ers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Come on, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
22 needle. Ready, go.
First down, Young. And on the catch right side, and the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He will push his way down to about the 14. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Green jack. Spike 60. Set.
Third down, Young from the gun. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Ready.
The The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Shot, 17. Ready.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Ready, set. Cut.
Following the interception, Young. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his quarterback position.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Ready. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco and a pickup of 16.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, ready.
2nd down at 5. Throwing now is Lance.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Panthers 3. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
This is caught inside the 15.
Here we go.
Complete to DJ Chark. A 41-yard gain. First down, Panthers.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.